for a home? You're looking for land? Look no further. Elite Realty Dominica got you covered. Whether it's to buy a home or build a home or just an investment property, contact Nicole London at 888-860-2366. That's 888-860-2366. Or you can log on to DominicaEliteRealty.com for all your inquiries and questions. Elite Realty Dominica, where exquisite living is defined by nature.
Lawrence Prescott Photography. I'm smiling, I'm laughing because, God, I know what I'm talking about. Lawrence Prescott Photography. That's the only person you need to call when you're ready to take your pictures. You want those pictures to come out right. You want those pictures to last forever. You want your best picture taken? Lawrence Prescott Photography. He does private events, in studio also, and outdoor photography if you need. Photography is what Lawrence Prescott does, and he's really good at it. Trust me. And also, when you want to get that video done, any type of videography production, he got you. He does short films, movies, any type of videos as well. Lawrence Prescott got you at anything that you really need. So make sure you give him a call. His phone number, and I'm going to say it slow for you, it's 404-218-1234. Did you get that? 404-218-1234. Lawrence Prescott Photography. Yo, my brethren, big up. It's all about Caribbean International Shipping. That's right. Do you need more information on shipping your items to the U.S. Southeast region or to the Caribbean? Have you ever heard of Caribbean International Shipping? You shop, they pack, and ship. They also offer residential pickup services. Support our business, like, share, and call. For your barrel shippings, let us know. The number to call is 470-718-9675 on WhatsApp or 770-323-1111. Caribbean International Shipping, the only way to send your stuff to the islands.
Give it to me, do it to me, give it to me. Don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. The way you make me.
Do you like music like this? That's right, I'm asking you. Do you like music like this? Then why have you not been to Sophisticated Saturday as yet? That's right, each and every third Saturday of the month, we call it Sophisticated Saturdays. Where we keep it at? Caribbeanlifetv Studios. 6254 Memorial Drive is the only place to be each and every third Saturday of the month. So if you want to celebrate your birthday, if you just want to come hang out and have some fun with grown people having big fun, Sophisticated Saturdays is the only place to be. It's brought to you by yours truly, DJ Reds, and my boy, Mr. B. Sophisticated Saturdays, every third Saturday of the month, 6254 Memorial Drive is where the grown people go and have good, clean fun. Every third Saturday of the month, man. The way you make me feel, I'm just going to have fun. I'll see you there. Sophisticated Saturdays. I got you.
I've been living fast life, but I see it in slow. Oh no, and you see my lifestyle, I got G's in the double. See many people there outside where they feed man's oboe. Oh no, and me I stand the defender like Joseph Yo. My girl say she want Netflix and chill, so I chatty get it and money. If you fall in love, get it satin. You go to breakfast and no can. Can you see the pool I'm not catching? I'm not faking this, no fugazi. You see these feelings, I'm not catching. I'm a quest and feet, I just want to be. If I broke down my business, I'ma show you you right. All I get for the night. If I broke down my business, I'ma show you you right. All I get for the night. Find me a sense, if you be the reason why your papa want to jealous. trust me. If you want to think I'm serious, I do top speed. No fit to resonate, I'm on a different frequency. I don't think it's necessary. I be done with somebody that could do like me. When I be like Musala coming off the right wing, I cut through your defender, you don't need to tell me. I'm a horse, finesse. And you know, send me, I must not. I go carry go. If me, I got money past you. If I can go, finesse. You know, send me, I must not. I go carry go. If me, I got money past you. If you don't care, if I broke, now my business. I'ma show you, you go night. All I care for the night. I'ma get no be so. Yeah, you want capture my soul. I'ma get no be so. Make you one more. I'm loose. Even better than the para. Nothing goes. I'm in dosy. Won't call it for one dosy. I'm not playing with you. I'm not joking. My God, I'm loaded. Me, you can vibe up, but I'm on board. I'm on duty, but I'm on low key. They want do me, they want do me, they want do me, but they want do me. When you won't want me, when you won't want me, I'm in San Francisco, Grammy. When you won't want me, when you won't want me, I just flew from my.
Love the touch today, love the rushing. All of the vibes when we behind the truck. Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord.
Sabi girl no dey too like talk. Animals dey in human form. Body man nobody like talk, but you must hustle if you want job. E no finish they won't fight.
Hello, and good night. It's me, Nicole, again, also known as Brooklyn Beauty. I have two wonderful entrepreneurs tonight for this show. I do. And we are here to have a great night tonight. You guys know I usually talk about real estate, but we're going to get into more of a hustle type of thing because my two entrepreneurs are on their hustle. They are on their hustle. So welcome to Hustle and Vibes. Thank you so much for our sponsors, Maximum One Elite Realtors, Elite Realty Dominica, and Elite Barbers Barbershop. Yes, thank you so much for sponsoring. And if you're interested in sponsoring, make sure you give us a call as well. We also have Silent on the ones and twos tonight. What up, Silent?
Yes, ma'am. What's going on?
What's going on?
Nice and breezy.
Nice and breezy?
Yeah, that's my word for today. Well, my phrase.
That's your phrase for today.
Or my motto for today. Nice and breezy.
Nice and breezy. So you know what I'm going to ask you. What you do this weekend?
Ni nada. I ain't did nothing.
You didn't do anything?
No.
Wow. Why?
Sleep.
That's it?
Yeah. Friday,
I did the same thing too.
Like Friday, I had like the worst stiff neck. I was like moving like RoboCop.
Ooh, you had a stiff neck?
Yes.
What were you doing? Upside down?
No. No, so I was at work and I tried to lift a box. And then it was like,
You tried to lift a box? Oh.
Yeah, at work.
You didn't do what they say, squat down to your knees and then pick up. You just did the normal bend over pick up.
I guess, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you know there's a rule to that. And guess what? You're getting a little older now. Ooh, silent.
What the British people say? Be silent.
You're getting older now, man. What you think? What do you think? Yeah, I mean, what you think? You can't do the same things you were doing before.
Can't do nothing. Oh my goodness.
I know.
But
Your body tells you everything. Let me just tell you.
You sneeze wrong and your big toe hurt.
Listen. Cut it out, okay?
You be like, oh my toe.
I know, right? And you're like, what's that? What is that feeling? You're like, what's that feeling? Like, why do I feel like that?
Yo, I was reading something where it was saying like sneeze can actually kill you.
Yeah, a sneeze actually can kill you. Do you know that when you sneeze, your heart stops? That's what they say.
Bro. No,
That's why
like,
they say
like,
God bless you.
like they were saying, like people that try to hold their sneeze is like very dangerous.
It
'cause
is.
You could crack ribs. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I
sneeze
said,
is
like,
serious.
since after that, like when I sneeze,
You
I'm
don't
like
sneeze.
I'm falling over with it.
What do? You vomit your sneeze? Achoo!
Me? And they be like,
What? Not you. You're not playing
Something
that
happened to me,
at
be like, yo,
all.
how silent die? Oh, he sneezed with?
What? You're like, oh my God.
Not this guy.
You know how you see when back in the day when we had COVID going on and somebody sneezed, you just give them that look like, wait a minute.
Yo, you have Lysol on deck.
What? Not playing. Yep. So we have two wonderful entrepreneurs in here tonight doing their thing. First young lady is DJ M. She got something going on coming up. Say hi.
Wagwan.
What's going on, hun?
Well, what isn't going on is the question.
Right. What you do this weekend? That's my first question.
So this weekend, I partied with my 91-year-old grandma.
Yay!
Yes, for her annual ball. So imagine how many
What?
times we've done that.
She said annual.
Annual.
Oh,
yeah.
grandma don't play.
No.
She gonna celebrate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She wasn't up and doing as much as she normally does, but she
Right.
definitely was dancing in her seat.
But she was enjoying. That's
Oh
all.
my
Yeah.
goodness, she had such a good time. So she was like, you got to play for me, you got to host for me, you got to party with me. So we drove down, literally had a 24-hour turnaround, but it was so
Wow.
much fun.
So where you drove to Florida?
Pensacola, yeah.
Oh, Pensacola.
Yeah.
Oh, so you went? That was this weekend.
That was this weekend.
Oh, so you didn't even do any Miami fets?
No.
Nah.
She comes
Grandma's.
first.
That's right.
She
This
comes
is
first.
All about grandma first.
Yeah, for the last 12
Exactly.
years, she's been having the same party, and I've been missing Miami every year for that.
Oh, I know that's right. Because
Yeah.
Miami is gonna always be there, ma'am.
Yeah, she
always,
won't be,
always.
yeah.
That's right.
That's my baby.
That's your baby.
That's my baby.
And so we have another guest tonight too, Jade.
Hi.
Hey.
My grandmother does not party.
She doesn't party.
You should have her meet my grandma. They probably party.
Please, let's
Yeah.
set it up. I played it for the grams, okay?
Right? What you do this weekend?
Serve the Lord in glad. I just joking.
I would say, what, Jade? I would like, let's do some praise then.
I was on my manic pixie girl
Praise
thing,
him.
just writing
Uh-huh.
72 hours straight.
72 hours straight. Wow.
That's good.
So no hanging out, no nothing.
Well, me and the spirits.
You and the spirit,
AKA
that's it.
wine.
And you, the spirits.
Yes, they stay with me and I with them.
I know that's right. Sometimes it has to be like that. Only.
Listen, shit about a Honda.
Halamashaka, Bulamaka.
Praise him. I said, praise him.
Praise him.
Glory.
Lord, let's not do that.
Glory to the King of Grigio.
We talking about spirits and God.
mean,
I mean, listen, they poured wine.
Right,
now.
they
They
did
did
pour
pour wine.
wine.
They did pour wine.
Wine for
As
the
long as
stomach's
you're
sake.
talking about wine, as
And
long
they
as it's
probably had
wine
that
you're
good
talking
stuff,
about,
too.
They
probably
had the
had
real
that
good
right?
good
stuff.
They probably had the real
Yeah.
good stuff, right?
That was
He
his
rose
first
from the
miracle.
dead.
eh?
Right. That was
from
his
the
first
dead.
way, right?
He rose from the dead.
Rose from the
That's some
dead.
real wine.
Yep.
Ain't no red label.
Let me tell you about it.
Okay.
Wabadi.
Boy did. Boy did.
Hey, wait. Tell me.
You didn't know that she was Dominican. I didn't say nothing.
Mr.
Hey,
Brown.
I didn't say that.
No,
No,
I
he
heard
didn't know
Wabadi.
you was
I didn't know he was
Dominican. Oh, no, you was
Dominican.
Dominican.
Oh, what you
And
thought
he's
I was?
Dominican.
Huh?
What you thought I was his?
What was his? I
What
thought
is
he was
his?
like maybe
What
like
is-
VI or something.
Yeah, no.
Don't be untidy.
Right?
Hey, Garissa, Tansa. She said,
So-
Wabadi, yes, I.
Yes, Lord. Oh my God. So we're gonna talk a little bit about Imp. She has something going on. This big, fantastic, impactful event that you have going on in
such a nice hype. I
South
like that.
Africa, Cape Town, South
Yes.
Africa, girl.
Yes.
Let's talk about it. What's happening? Like, I hear this Caribbean fusion thing is going on.
So
Give it to us.
So it's called Cocolux Culture Fusion Weekend.
Okay.
It's a 3-day weekend. We are actually going to be in Cape Town, South Africa from December 13th to the 15th. Caribbean Life TV, Caribbean Life Radio will be there.
We will will be there. I won't be there, but
That's okay. You're
but
there in
I'll
spirit.
be there in spirit, but they will be
I
there.
have wine,
But
so
you
you're
know
there
what?
in
You never
spirit.
know, because sometimes I get this little itchy thing, and then I just jump
Drum
up and
on
go.
the plan.
Yeah,
And
so
that's it. That's it.
so you never know. We'll see what happens.
So we're doing that in December, but this month, actually next weekend, we're doing the Coco Lux send off party. So if for those who may not have the passport sorted out, I can't get the ticket to come to the send off party. It's gonna be the same vibe.
It's gonna
Vibes
be
are gonna be on 10.
Where is it gonna be?
It's gonna be at the E, not my part, not my event
Oh,
space, but
oh.
it's coincidental. It's called the E.
Okay, okay.
It's going to be at 2242 South Stone Mountain, Lithonia Road in
Okay.
Lithonia.
Okay.
So basically, it's right next door to Reggae Matic, where Reggae Matic is.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah.
So it's right there. Yeah,
All
man.
right. But you
Yeah,
know, like
you don't know where Reggae Matic? It's right off of Stone Mountain, like the intersection of Stone Mountain, Lithonia Road, and what's that? Lithonia Industrial.
Lithonia Industrial.
Yeah, it's right here.
Yeah. So, are you excited?
I am excited and nervous,
and worried, anxious,
worried, tired.
Like, this is the entrepreneur spirit, right?
Yeah.
Like, what is gonna go wrong? What's gonna happen? How I'm gonna fix it? You know, you already in your mind.
I think
and then it's not here.
Well, see, that's I think
so that's
for
the other
me,
thing.
the reason why we decided to do the send-off party because I'm kind of empathetic to the fact that I really wanted everybody to come with me. Like I wish
Right.
everybody could turn into like little tiny Hershey's Kisses and fit in my bag.
Right.
And so I could carry everybody. But because I can't, I said, let me just do a send-off party so we all can just turn up in the spirit of it.
Right.
Right. And so the party on the 25th, which is going to be next Friday. It's going to be live. Like, we really want to give the same energy that we're going to give out there, but not on such a larger scale because when we're out there, we're doing a 3-day event. Like I said, the Friday, we're doing their first ever international flag party in Cape Town. So we're doing that. So we're going to turn
I
up.
love that.
You got your flag already, Lawrence?
Yeah, the flag. You ready,
Yeah,
right?
you
Let me
ready?
hold
You
on to
ready?
this flag. You know,
You ready?
we gotta represent. I represent two places.
I represent
Everybody
all of them
knows.
at this point.
Everybody knows that I
Pick
have
one.
my love. This is my Guyanese
No,
flag.
let's
Yes.
go.
This is my heritage. And the Dominican flag too.
That's
Everybody
right.
knows
No,
my
pick one.
grandmother was born there, but she was raised in Guyana.
Pick
So,
one. Pick one.
That's a pick
So,
one.
so your roots is from Dominica.
My grandmother, yes.
Oh, nice.
Nobody
Your
knows
roots
that
is
really.
from Dominica.
She was born in Dominica, but she was raised in Guyana. That's how she met my grandfather.
Oh, cool.
Right. So she's not my actual maternal grandmother, but that's who I know as my grandmother because
Yeah,
my
that's
maternal
Prima.
grandmother died when my mom was 5.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yep.
That's beautiful. I
Yeah.
think that kind of what you're saying right there kind of brings. I'm sorry for shaking it. Kind of brings the whole culmination of what Coco Lux Fusion, Culture Fusion, is about. It's about the fusion of the Caribbean, of the African, of the Pan African, so we're also including Black American, Caribbean, African.
Right.
Anybody that's of the diaspora that is across the world. Because we even have people from Ireland that are coming over.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
that are coming to
nice.
party. So a lot of our sponsors that are involved, including Day 5 Cognac, Bougie Vodka, Caribbeanlifetv, Cariblingo. We also have Layla Wines, which is a sponsor in South Africa. We do also have, I'm more excited about meeting the DJs too. So,
I
because
know.
I'm like, yo,
because
bro.
that's your thing.
Yeah,
That
those
is
are my
really,
cohort.
really your
So,
thing.
I have Oxgod, we have Alicia's 101. So all of our DJs from different places because Cape Town itself is a hub for all different African nationalities. It's kind of like the Atlanta of South Africa.
Really?
Honestly, yeah. So all of our DJs are actually from someplace else. Whitefish is from Tanzania. You have DJ Exclusive, who is from Cameroon. You have P. Grace, who's from the Congo, Republic of Congo, I believe. We have, I think, 3 Cape Town DJs and 1 Joburg DJ.
Okay.
And then there's us.
There's us.
Then there's us.
Right.
There's us representing Guyana, Jamaica, Haiti, and where else? The U.S.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're trying to really just create a platform for everybody that is interested in expanding their brand across the waters.
Wow.
Why? Because you're in real estate.
Yes.
Land is king, right?
Yes.
Right? So in real estate is king. So
Right.
why not expand yourself as your own real estate
Exactly.
across the water? Don't limit yourself, right?
Right.
And with you being also a writer, I'm hearing as well.
A lot of things.
A lot of things.
She's have a lot of things.
Amongst other things,
many
right?
things, yeah.
Right. It is a very cultural infused place, South
Right.
Africa, Cape Town specifically, where the arts is very, very much like the cornerstone of what they believe in. Not to mention, civil rights is a huge thing that really brought them to center stage. So you have Robben Island, where Nelson Mandela actually, unfortunately, was incarcerated, but it's right across the street from, literally, like, you can look at it and see it.
Wow.
So it's a historical trip. It's a very dynamic trip, and we just want everyone to be able to experience it if they can. If not, there's going to be more. So, yeah.
That's good. That's good. And it's so funny because, part of whenever you have to interview anyone and they tell you, oh, we're doing this. And you're like, oh, let me go see what the place looks like at least, right? Because I've never been.
Yeah.
I'm like, this place is beautiful. But, I've always heard like Johannesburg and Cape Town and all those places are beautiful. But the thing is, in the Western world, they always portray to
They
us
demonize it.
how
They
these
demonize it
countries
so bad.
are not attractive to go to.
Yeah.
And I try to implore people to travel.
Yeah.
Like, get out of the U.S. You might not like the U.S. as much,
Exactly.
right?
Oh, I agree.
So I tell people, when you do that, you expand your mind, your thought process. You just
Right.
expand your whole mindset. And yes, there are poor people that live there, but guess what? There's poor people here too.
Everywhere.
When I first moved here,
Uh-huh.
I crossed that Glenwood Bridge, and I was like, whoo. Oh,
He's like, you figured out what he meant by the other side of the railroad tracks,
Right.
right?
yes. I was like, whoo.
Right, exactly.
U-turn.
Right, and that's the
U-turn.
thing. That's the thing. They demonize all these countries, and usually they demonize the countries that, unfortunately, I would say is predominantly black. And I will say, because it's my show and I can say it.
Of course. I back you up on
and
that.
it's unfortunate. It is unfortunate because we as a culture, even Caribbean culture, embrace so many other people. It doesn't matter what color they are. It doesn't matter what culture they are. We embrace
But
that.
to add to that, Nicole, the premise of why this even started is because of the fact that, I'm a female DJ.
Right.
But I don't care about that. I mean, I'm a cohort with all of my other DJ buddies. So,
Right.
I already demystified that myth.
Exactly.
And so then the whole myth of poverty in other countries, I want to demystify that myth as well, because South Africa is a cornerstone of a lot of commerce and a lot of business that we're missing out on because of the fact of lack of knowledge and lack of opportunity. So if you have a platform like Cocolux, the culture, we call it Cocolux Culture is what we call it, where you can just springboard from there. Enjoy the experience. You don't even have to be there to really and truly make benefit. If you want to be a sponsor, if you want your brand out there, just go to the website, cocoluxcpt.com, and then just go ahead and just explore what's on the website. There's full information regarding what the whole purpose of the project is about. We also are taking portions of our sip and paint, which is on the Sunday, and donating to a nonprofit organization out there called the Fulani Women's Organization.
Okay.
And so what we're doing is we're doing a sip and paint / fashion show. And so the fashion show piece is by Kijani Ijabu. And they take their clothing, or their fabric is actually handmade by the women of the Fulani Women's Organization. And so they give them a portion of their proceeds as well. So what we're doing is we're just kind of fostering that whole entire process to really and truly just make it a well-rounded event, because I'm kind of not a person that believes in taking and not giving.
Right, me too.
My grandma always said, if you go to somebody's land and you take a seashell, put a penny
But
down.
there's something.
Put
You do
something back as like a...
Whether it's a penny, whether it's your effort, whether it's
Exactly.
something, you should always, because that's what currency is all about.
Yes, it is.
They make us believe currency is only money, but
Yeah.
currency is a lot of things.
Yeah.
Because it needs to
Energy.
be, it's energy. It has to
Yeah.
be reciprocated.
Yeah.
Yes. So,
Yeah.
I am so happy that this event
Thank
is
you.
happening.
Thank you.
And so now we're going to give Silent about 5 minutes
5
DJ time.
minutes.
And then we're going to come to Jade with the Creole Collective and find out what's going on with that too. So, Silent, squeeze.
Okay, Lawrence. Okay.
Okay.
Look,
A little, oh, there we go.
I need your cool Lord, cool Lord, cool Lord.
Sabi girl no dey too like dog. Animals dey but you must hustle if you want job. If no finish, they won't fight us. If them they run, them no fit catch up. I know they form say I too righteous. No cause they form say you too like.
Tell me how you feel, let me get in your mind. Let me reminisce on the wine. Baby, let me get in behind. I really wanna fit in your life, oh girl, girl. Vibes in tongue again. Everybody whining down again. Girl, climb up on the system, bend up and twist it. Anybody hating, tell them.
You know get the time for the hate and the bad energy. Come on, mind on money. You dance like cocoa weed. Steady green like broccoli. Steady on my grind, oh yeah, what they want telling me. Cooking down my fantasy. You want to check if my daddy no rush. They rush my way anymore. Now they make my heart
There's a meeting in my bed. There's a meeting in my bed. In my bed. There's a meeting in my bed. My bed. There's a meeting in my bed. In my bed.
Hold up. Dinner for two, that's me and you, that's very simple. Dinner removed, okay, we through, but I ain't finished. Can I slide with you? Spend the night with you. Just let me write, and they keep dripping from my signature. I feel like your body inspired my intentions. We let the squad hang it. It's only time with us. You know I vibe different, cause you know my mind different. Her eyes say in my room, her body saying heaven on God.
Tell me what you want, I go repeat. Tell me what you need, I go deep, deep. When I fall in love, I go deep, deep. You could copy that like it's easy. You look like you need proper. Come get this vitamin D power. Be ready to touch when I reach it. I go eat it up, I know vegan. I make that thing go wild. I go make that thing run water. I go make you sing my song. There's a meeting in my bed. In my bed. There's a meeting in my bed. In my bed. There's a meeting in my bed.
Ou ka gade mwen, ou ka fixe mwen, sa ka fe mwen fremi. La ou ka touche mwen, sa ka excite mwen, ka fe mwen tremble. Le kok la chantezi a ou ja ouve poupe ban mwen fos la. L'amour en fonzier, c'est la frissonnante.
Why is the first string?
Machine.
Yo, why is the first string everybody does? Hey, explain this to me. Hey, explain this to me. Why every time people hear like Zook, they always hold in their stomach? Like they always hold in their stomach. That's all they want to rub on their thing. They hold in their stomach.
La ou ka touche mwen, sa ka excite mwen, ka fe mwen tremble.
What do you call that? Danser collé.
Hustle and Vibes, and we have our second entrepreneur for the night, and her name is Jade. And Jade has what's called the Creole Collective. Okay, so tell me about this intriguing title. What is this all about? Give us some information. We want to know.
So the Creole Collective is basically my, how should I say it? It's my baby. It's what I've always dreamt of doing, of focusing Caribbean art, history, and education all together. Like I said, I sing, I write, make music, write scripts, and I also used to be an educator. So the Creole Collective is where I put all of that under one roof, and I also love to collaborate with other Caribbean entrepreneurs
Right.
and use my gifts to help them launch their programs or to give them visibility and just create Caribbean art but make it lucrative for us. I don't
Yes.
feel like, one, we shouldn't be the ones telling our stories
Right.
because it's like a house of mirrors, you know, like in the carnivals in the house of mirrors. You
Right.
go, you see your features, it is your features, but it's not really you.
Right.
That's what it feels like when other people tell our stories, when we're in films and we're just a nanny or like a gangster or this, and then they have these weird accents that we
I was
don't
just about to
Yeah,
say,
that's not
oh my
Where
God,
they come
Jade.
from.
I said, let's
Hey,
forget
man.
about, let's
What?
forget, right, let's
You,
forget
oh
about
my God, Brad Pitt
it's
in that movie.
accents.
They
The
not like
Jamaican
us.
accent. Oh my
I'm
God.
like,
They not like us.
Are
bro.
you serious? Are you telling me that you really couldn't literally find
And they
an
are
actress
there.
that are from these countries? Come on, you gotta be
The
telling
current
me.
Black Panther is from Guyana.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
That's
exactly.
not. So it's like they're there, and I feel like I say that we're going through a Caribbean Renaissance, and
Right.
where
Yeah.
we are reclaiming what is ours. We are going to we are staking claim and saying, this is our story. We want to tell it how we want to tell it. If you want to tell our stories, come to our home.
Right.
Get the speech professionals. Get the historians. Get the cultural professionals, the cultural experts. Get them. Don't tell our stories for us because
Right.
they're ours. You know.
Exactly.
And that's what I'm trying to do with my with Creole Collective, is to put all of that in one house, all the music. So when I make music, I deconstruct calypso and then I make like modern calypso. I would deconstruct jingping and make a song that sounds pop but jingping.
Right.
You know, elements of like Kalinago, the Kalinago drums, the Kalinago rhythms, the way our folk songs have those cadences in there. Use that to score the films that I'm trying to make. Also write Caribbean romance novels because like we are not damsels in distress. We are strong, we are
gosh,
powerful,
no.
but we're
Yes.
also very delicate and we deserve to be
Yes,
treated
yes.
well. So why not? I don't see myself in modern TV. I don't see myself
I
in the books.
know.
I don't see
And
anybody
I have
like
to ask
me.
you a question because it's something that has always been speaking to my soul, and I'm so glad I'm sitting here because I think the depiction that they always have of Caribbean women on a
Women.
whole is that we're
Yes.
so aggressive, right?
Yes.
And the reality is, aggression is sometimes displaced by the knowledge of strength, right? So, am I right?
Exactly.
Okay. So I honor what you're doing because that has been also in the music industry something that, as a Caribbean woman, that it is very important to. Sometimes we have to desexualize a lot of things as well.
Yes,
Because
absolutely.
there's a connotation of Caribbean you think is just parading on the street
and
during
going up
carnival,
and
like,
you're naked all the time,
like that's,
right?
they're
Yes,
expecting
yes.
for that to just
And
be us. Yes.
Yes.
That's why I do what I do, because I tell people we may look the same, but we're not
the same.
The things we do,
They not like us, bro.
the things we do, the garden that our fruit comes from is not the same soil as yours.
No,
It looks, we don't
I
have the
love
same
that.
nutrients.
Right.
So it's like when if you've seen my content, I always make a joke like we just beat man. Like I want us
Right.
to, I want us to
When they drink Guinness, yes.
I want
that
us
is
to
why.
not care
Right.
that people moralize aggression. Aggression kept us safe. Aggression was why
was
Dominica
required.
was not colonized.
required.
Exactly.
Because the Kalinago people had to be
fight.
aggressive. And it's not a
Maroons,
bad
yeah.
thing.
And
The
the
Maroons
Maroons, yeah,
had to
the
be.
Maroons,
Still
yeah.
on record, they said Dominican Maroons were worse than the Jamaicans because we refused to sign a treaty. Okay,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
why would I voluntarily make you colonize me?
But this is my thing though. Historically, in the Pan Africa on a whole, in order for you to be able to say that you had some form of independence, you had to fight.
You
right?
did have to
And
fight.
so I don't see that as not something that you should honor or embrace. I
Exactly.
think you should really put it into your mechanism of memory that is part of your DNA. And now how you use it is different,
Right,
right?
exactly.
In the current state. But at the same time, when you're speaking historically, and you're even speaking in reference to depiction of who I am as Caribbean, understand that it comes from some place.
Thank
It,
you.
it
It
comes from
does.
some place, and it wasn't something that was because we wanted to. We had to.
Right. So,
And now
so,
we have pride
so,
in it.
so
I'm
tell
not
me,
proud by
Jay,
it.
how does the Creole Collective depict that? Tell me,
So-
tell us how you're bringing that to life.
So currently, I have a book out, and now my first romance novel out for pre-order. It's called Mirror Mirror. And you will see what I'm talking about. A woman who is very strong, very principled. She doesn't take crap for anybody, and waits for until she meets her match.
Right.
Right. And I
Okay.
also want to include,
That gave me chills. It did. I'm serious. It
yeah,
did.
and she doesn't compromise. She doesn't have to be small for her to receive love, and that's a message that sometimes the Western media tells us, that you
Right.
have to shrink yourself, truncate yourself as a woman, clip your wings so you don't intimidate. And I wanted to show a man who enjoyed a woman who was the fullness of herself.
Exactly.
And did not try to
Clip her
water
wings.
down her emotions, but instead he
Right.
was strong enough to take it, and
Support.
she was strong enough to
And
deal with his as
yeah.
well.
Right,
You know, I
exactly.
didn't want a toxic kind of romance novel,
Right.
so it is a little spicy. So if you
She
just
said
try
it's
love,
spicy.
I mean, girl, we spicy.
spicy.
innit?
We
I
spicy.
mean, where we from now?
Where we from?
Right.
And then the most important thing is November 9th.
What's
I am
November 9th?
November 9th, y'all. And I need everybody's help.
She
Please pre-order
does.
the book. I am self-producing. Oh my God.
No. Say it
That's
loud.
fine.
Loud.
It's
Say
fine.
it loud. I want everybody to hear
I
what
want
you say.
everybody
What are you doing?
to hear. I am producing a film,
Okay.
called a film series, and this is Act 1 called Rebel. The exciting thing is I got an actor from Los Angeles.
Nice.
His name is
Yeah.
Isaac Ramirez. He's about to be on Finding Mr. Christmas on Hallmark
Nice.
Right.
a week before he come and shoot. So that have to be like divine timing, because how you so busy and you on today's show and then you
Right,
on like my
show.
stuff, you know?
Right.
And he's coming to Dominica to shoot this. So it's like a short film, also part of a visual album. So I'm releasing my music as a solo artist through short film.
Right.
And Act 1 is focused on love of your partner and your love of country. So it's a story about two orphans of freedom fighters who want to follow their parents' footsteps, and you know how they navigate that, because they each have a different way of doing it, and they also still have to deal with their own personal battles.
Right.
And how do you navigate?
Right.
You
And
know,
balance
doing
that all out.
Yeah.
Deep.
So
deep.
that's nice. That's
Yeah.
nice.
And-
So one of the things too is that you have a Kickstart.
I
right?
do have a Kickstarter, y'all, because this weekend
Yeah,
my
this
major
weekend.
funders backed out.
Oh goodness.
And I am in despair. And when I tell
She
you,
is not in despair. I'm trying
No.
to
Okay,
not
I
to
was in
talk
despair
this
today.
language.
Speak it
but
Speak it
but
different, girl.
I am
Speak it different.
optimistic that
Yes.
people are hearing me,
Yes.
believe in what I'm doing, and they want to sign up. I have a Kickstarter.
And she's saying
Um,
$5 donation starting, right?
Yes, and
When is
there
this launching? When is it launching?
the Kickstarter.
No, Kickstarter has already launched.
Yes,
But
so
when
I
is the
start
launch?
filming November 9th, because we have to meet the deadline to enter the film festivals in
Right.
December.
Which is going to
25th.
be so nice.
Yes, and and the aim of this is, one, I wanted it in Dominica, shot by Dominicans, edited
Right,
by Dominicans,
Dominicans.
produced by
Dominic.
Dominicans, because
Yes.
I don't want the Caribbean is the new creative hub, in my opinion.
It is.
You know, we're going through a Caribbean renaissance, and I want us to be seen as more than just a vacation spot. We are nuanced people. We have layers. We have stories. We're romantic. We're sensual. We're strong.
Oh,
you know,
let's
all
not
that.
even talk
Nicole,
about it, because
Nicole.
what do I say? Let me tell you, I tell all my friends, I said, oh, if you feel like you ugly or you feeling down about yourself, go to Dominica. Because them men got enough lyrics in
One
there.
man tell me, girl, and I know you from Dodan. Girl, I want to talk to you by a river for my words to flow.
Power. That is called
The
power.
power
That's called
things.
power. And
That is your power,
I have
right?
to buy him a Vicks for that.
They got lyrics.
so to kind of like piggyback on what you were saying, like I was telling that to somebody like was that last year? I was like, yo, like if people have to like come to the Caribbean and look for like stuff, because like you see the same stuff in movies, you know, it's like a
Right.
do over. I was like, yo, we have so much folk stories and
Yes.
stuff.
Oh my God.
That like
Plenty.
like if you come to the Caribbean,
Layers.
if they come like you were saying, talk to like people that were like the elders and stuff like that, and get information on stories. Man, you know much bad movies and like movies.
I have y'all. Please support me on my kick. I have movies and
So
movies galore.
what is the website?
So the
everybody can go
website,
to?
so you can go to the creolecollective.com if you want to pre-order my book to support. I need to sell 2,000 copies to get this movie up and about.
2,000 copies.
Or you can go to the Kickstarter and donate. I also have, if you are businesses who want brand integration, because the actor who's playing Renegade, he has 4 million followers.
Right.
He's partnered with things like Lion Gates Films and Prada and
Lionsgate
etc.
is
Right. So and
Right.
so you never
if
know.
you have any business people who want executive producer credits, because you can get credits on IMDb as well, hit me up. info@Creole Collective. I would love to have sponsors, especially Caribbean sponsors. I need y'all.
So how do we get to the Kickstarter? What's the website?
So the Kickstarter is kickstarter.com/Rebel the Film.
Rebel the Film.
Yes.
REB as in boy. ELTHE
Yes.
FILM.
Yes.
So Kickstarter.com/Rebel the Film.
Yes.
Okay? You guys get on there and do something. I mean, $5 minimum she has on there. You can't go wrong. If you just have $5, then donate just $5. But every
Please.
penny counts. Every
Y'all hear
penny
me? Coco
counts.
Lux. You hear her? We have to support.
We have to
okay?
support.
All right,
Right.
we're supporting.
My first, imagine when you talk about folklore, last year I won the Elizabeth Nunez Caribbean Writers Award, and I wrote a story about Bakwa, the great protecting spirit, the serpent. You remember the L'Escalier chair? Right. So that is the creation story where the great spirit Bakwa, he was tired and he wanted a new home, and then he went to Dominica in the village, I think of Atkinson or Salibia. Salibia. And he went into the mountains. And I wrote a story around that where the girl is a jungle siren. That's going to be my second novel.
Okay.
And I won. This is the first time a Dominican won this
See,
award. So-
that makes a difference. So you want to,
and I had Creole in there. I had like
Okay,
folk
good.
songs and
This
folk
year-
songs in there.
So you
This-
know, it's so funny. I've heard that story before, but not your version. I've heard it in the. He's represented by the name Dambala. So that is actually Haitian/Cuban.
Oh wow!
So it's the
Okay.
same similar story, different names, and it's still full.
Ours is better. We have proof.
Yeah.
We bought you.
We have proof.
Oh, we're not going to do that today.
I was joking, but like,
Yeah, he's
if
like,
you
we
go,
had it first.
no, but if you go to like the Kalinago territory and you
Right.
follow the trail,
Yeah.
you could actually see like there's like a trail of a snake.
And it looks like
And it goes in the
you know,
ocean.
there's
Really?
something that is to be said about Caribbean people exploring other Caribbean islands as
Yes.
well,
Yes.
but not on the sense of the luxury as much as the historical
Yes.
connection.
Yes.
Because I've realized that there's a lot of times where even I'm Jamaican by birth, but
I was waiting for you to say that.
Yeah, I'm Jamaican by birth, but everybody I know is from the Caribbean. So it's
Right.
not it's not I'm just Jamaican. I'm
I went to
Caribbean.
And you're
Louis and
Caribbean,
Rona.
yeah.
Exactly.
Even
So-
though they try to say Guyana's not part of the
No,
Caribbean,
you
but
are.
we
Let's
are.
correct that. No.
Is
I
that not
know.
the Caribbean
I try to
Ocean?
tell
I'm
no.
Caribbean Sea.
The Caribbean
Excuse
Sea. Well,
me.
first of all,
Yes.
where is
What?
CARICOM headed?
Exactly.
Right.
Which is why the main character in my book is from Honduras, because it's like we often
Right,
want to
we're in the lower
exclude.
Antilles as well, but
Thank
they
you.
try to say that we're not. But we're part of the country, but it does.
They're
that-
even
no.
ruling.
Tell them come find
We
me.
are.
And
You
when
can-
and
you
even
can-
when
you-
you
you
talk
know
about
what
Honduras, you're speaking about people excluding the Garafunas.
Exactly.
That's
The
our cousins.
Garafunas,
Are
yes.
very, very close to everything.
They're the
that we
Especially
have.
Colorado
even in
cousins,
Belize,
you know?
yes,
So it's
even with
like-
the Belizean culture, yes,
Exactly.
yes, yes.
Hence
That
why.
tell you like who was paying attention in social studies. And
Right?
I mean, I
Who was
used to be
paying
a
attention in
teacher,
class?
so-
Right.
But what you're doing is very important because for anyone that has children, and with us being
Yes.
Caribbean ourselves, right? It is a very watered down history.
It is.
That is happening right now because, and the good part is that we actually have the knowledge and the resource to notate these things. Because remember, at one point in time, it was just by word of mouth and by
Yes.
storytelling.
And by storytelling,
right?
yes.
And that's
So-
what I want to continue to
Right.
do
Yeah.
because I feel like
Visually.
when you
Another
know
thing
where
too.
you've come from, you get to decide better where you're going instead of people telling
Telling you
you.
where you're
And I
going,
feel like, and I
exactly.
keep telling
Yeah.
people, our stories have not finished being written. We have the
Oh.
pen. Don't let anybody steal it.
And another
We are
thing
the
too,
adults now.
The elders are like dying.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
It's very important.
And that's why
With a
I'm
lot of
here.
secrets,
That's
with a
what I'm
lot
trying
of
to- that's what I'm
secrets.
That's why
doing
me
now,
and
man, is
Lennox
like,
Honey Church,
when I
I'm like,
go-
sir, have all the information, give it to me. And I know people do not want to sit down in a lecture. They probably might not want to read a book, but they'll watch a movie.
They'll watch a movie.
about Jacko.
Right.
They'll watch a movie about Solitude, the pregnant woman in Guadeloupe who
Guadeloupe,
was,
yes.
who
Yes.
was leading the rebellion against France.
Right.
Like they will watch those. So some of the stories we have in
So,
Dominica sell
Like, so
themselves.
back to the maroon thing, right? Back to the maroon thing, right? So
Amazing.
like I used to wear like rubber band on my ankles.
On
I
your
still have 'em.
ankles,
Yeah,
right.
I still have them, right?
Right.
And it's like so before I used to just wear them, and then this Rasta guy, he was like, "Do you know what I represent?" I was like, "I guess style." I mean, I'm saying that.
No, it wasn't.
And then then he told me he told me that represent like the broken shackles for like the maroon soldiers. So now, yeah,
That's
so now when
exactly
I
what
wear,
they- that's exactly what
I
they
have two of 'em
symbolize.
on, and it's like I don't take them out.
You don't take them off.
Let me
It-
put mine back.
Yes, yes,
Like,
that
I was-
represents it. Let me,
Like I
let
was
me,
in the army, like wearing that, and they would tell me, "Oh, that's not part of the uniform." I was like, "Well, that's part of my culture."
Culture,
Yeah,
right.
You don't have to
exactly.
kill me to take it.
Right,
And I never
exactly.
got rid of it, yeah.
Right. And you know, this is the thing. One of the things that I can say, like, when I went to Dominica, I was in love. Like,
Yeah.
and, anybody would
know,
tell
right?
you.
Oh
Right?
gosh.
No, I'm serious. Like
Stop.
when
Say
I
more,
went,
say more.
I felt like I was at home. Like I felt like I'm telling you, and the way that I get along with people in Dominica,
Well, I mean,
it's
if you
insanely
think about
crazy,
it, though, if
right?
you think about it, though, if your mind is expansive and you're open to the experiences in life, right? Doesn't anywhere you lay your hat become your home? No. But let me say this.
Because I've been a lot of
but let me say
places.
this.
She's seen a lot of faces.
Caribbean.
I've seen a lot of
But I'm
places.
saying
No,
this.
even Caribbean.
See, look, so for me, right? I'm going to be honest with you. My greatest accomplishment in life will be to go and see every Caribbean island, including the Latin-speaking ones as well.
Hey.
Right? Yes.
Big up my Boricuas one
Okay,
time.
exactly.
Boricuas.
Los
Like all
Dominicanos.
that. Exactly.
Yo repico.
So sitting in the position that we're in right now as people that are in media, that are in, having the pen, like you said, Jay,
Right.
right? Having the pen and being able to write the history, continue to write in, right? Not slowing it down or changing
Right,
it, but
just
continue to
going.
write it.
Deposit into blood memory.
Because not for anything, what we're living now is history to somebody in the future, right?
Right, this is true.
So it's going to come somewhere down the line that, these 4 individuals sat at a table and we're discussing this, and then we can sit back in 10 years and say, wow, you remember that
remember that
movie?
conversation, right?
Remember that
Oh my gosh,
conversation?
we seen it on the
Right,
street. Oh my,
right.
she's
Yes,
getting a Grammy.
Exactly.
I want a Caribbean Music Award next year.
A
That's all I'm
Caribbean
saying.
music.
Hey,
So
hey,
the
it's
thing is, what I'm saying is, I've been a lot of places. I started traveling since I was 18, right? So I've been a lot of places, and I've always said I knew I was not going to stay in the States. I said I was going to move to
Period.
another island. I know I was going to
Yeah,
move to a
same.
Caribbean island. I need water. I need warm
I need
weather
coconut-
most
I
of the
need real
time.
coconut
I
water.
need to
Yes.
right,
Yes. Yes.
right.
I don't know what that
I
is.
said
Coconut.
I
I don't know
didn't
what
want
that
to age in cold weather. I didn't want that for myself,
It's like a
right?
fear bones
So
anyway.
it's right. So, but
And
when
unnatural.
I'm gonna be honest with you, when I went to Dominica, I was like, this is it.
Hey.
It,
You
I,
have
it
water?
was.
Say it again. She like when you
water.
say it again. Say it
Water.
again.
I said,
Water.
this is
Greenery.
it. Is the water.
Let me tell you something. Somebody
Hey.
tweeted one
If I
time,
need-
if you think Jamaicans boasty about their
No,
country,
no,
you
no,
never
no,
meet
no,
a
no, no.
Dominican.
Yes.
Never.
Let me tell you. The thing is, I don't know I can't tell you what it is. All I can tell you that there's absolutely a connection for me. I go there. The second time I was there, I was driving. I was in my car, up and down, going up, down the street.
And I'm gonna tell you this. My best friend, she's from Dominica. Her grandmother is from Dominica. Her grandmother was a drummer. And there's a statue of her in some square. I've never been to Dominica, so
You need to come.
I have to go.
Yeah, I've been telling her. She know. I've been like, you need to come to Dominica.
Yeah. So I mean, holy, trust me, my girl.
Next Creole Fest, we getting you on Creole Fest.
But I tell her that.
Carnival?
I tell her that.
You need to come to Carnival.
I don't
February.
listen. I could
end
go
of
for a
February,
week
March.
and I don't business. I just want to go see for myself because the history with everything relevant to the rebellion is very interesting to me because it connects me to everybody in the Caribbean. So as far as I'm concerned with my maroon heritage, my family's heritage, your heritage, everybody's heritage. That's why when I lay my hat is my home. I'm going
and
to
that's
make it
why
my
we should
home.
never be. I'm never concerned when people say, "Oh, you're aggressive." I'm like, "Well, teach your mans how to squabble."
Right?
Like,
right.
Facts.
Oh, you're too masculine. Well, come and let my father and I give you lessons. Apparently, bring your daddy too.
He never gets he tail cut with a cutlass.
Because like I am proud. I said I'm aggressively West Indian. I'm aggressively and passionately Dominican.
And that's the thing. It's
boy.
really more of a passion than it is aggressiveness because we could be talking with high passion and not be upset.
Because
like,
we don't like we praise people who are assertive. We praise people who are good for themselves. So then we come stateside and now all of a sudden that's a bad thing. I don't care about your lens. I don't care about your opinion.
But you know what? That is such a hypocrisy in such a sense because if you think about it, right? They fought for their freedom as well.
They did.
They had to be aggressive as well.
Exactly.
And their history is still not 100% accurate based off of what is being taught to them.
Exactly.
Retaught to them in school. So
yes.
the reality of the situation is, for whatever it's worth, not all, some that have that mindset that we're overly aggressive. Actually, truth be told, we're just smooth with our aggression.
We're aggressive and not violent.
But we're passionate with it. And see, here's the thing. What I have, because I've lived here pretty much my whole entire life, right? But I'm a born Jamaican. And when I first came to this country, this is the first time in my whole entire life, I actually ever saw violence coming from Jamaica. And I came from a rough part of Jamaica.
Right.
But first time I saw violence, first time I heard a gunshot, first time I saw drugs.
Yeah, me too.
First time I saw anything
But that's
go
crazy.
wrong.
Listen, I didn't even know
First
that
time
drugs in the
Right.
First time I experienced like racism.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And see, that's the bad part. That's why I said that's why it's so important for people to open themselves out and explore.
Yes.
You have to explore. Imagine you could go, I could say this, I've been to Guyana, I've been to Dominica, I've been to Panama, I've been to so many places. I see people in Dominica walk at 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm like, what is she doing walking by
Sometimes you stress and you just need to walk.
Right.
I told the actor, like, I told Isaac when we had a video call, he's like, what's the island like crime-wise? I start to laugh.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, what? I was like, we not
It's one of the
it's one of
the safer islands to be.
You know something too, like I love about my country is like it can be 4 o'clock in the morning, whatever time in the morning, right? And you know, saying you walk in, you can stop any ride and get the ride. And
Yes, that is true. I have seen that.
I've stopped for people all the time.
Yeah, people just stop. Me,
Not here,
I'm
no.
not. Me,
Not
with
here.
my Western, New Yorker way of mine, Guyanese way of mine, I guess too. I ain't stopping. I mean, what's she doing walking so
No,
late?
especially if it's a woman, I would always stop.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like
And
one
people
time,
will stop for me too.
Like one
They
morning,
would
I come
stop.
out that jam, right? It was like 4 o'clock in the morning.
You
Like,
gotta
I come out jam 4 o'clock in
retrain
the
your
morning. I drive
brain.
in, and it's like, it was like a guy and a lady. They stopped me. I get in my ride. I was like, where you going? It's like Miro. I'm like Salisbury. Okay,
So
put
you're
them on
going up
Miro.
there,
Yes.
yeah, anyway.
And then when I saw Miro, I grabbed somebody. They was like, where you going? Cooley Beach Street. I'm like,
I can't go Cooley Beach
Street.
Street.
And that's what I was telling someone, that we will actually stop what we're doing to bring you there and then
Yeah.
go
Go
about
back
our
to
business.
business. See,
Because
I
it's a
see
very
it.
human.
I see
remember
it
one
is
night
very
I
much
That's
so.
a Caribbean mindset.
Yeah,
It
because
is,
we're
it
human.
is.
They go.
On a whole, yeah.
You go. You be in Dominica. You know how
Plenty of
far
times.
Scott's Head is to Roseau.
Yes,
Remember, I
yes.
have to bring that guy all the way
Scott's
Scott's Head,
Head.
and I have to drive all the way.
But you see what you're saying?
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
why the Creole Collective exists for me. Because we are like that. This is our
And it's
reality. But
natural.
if you watch American TV, you feel like everybody is a criminal and you should never trust. But I'm like, I know a
That's
place
not
where
true.
I don't feel unsafe. I
Right.
know that reality,
Yo.
and we deserve to have that push. Like,
I
hey,
said that on
there
Monday.
are places
I said
who
that
are
on
not
Monday.
this.
Like I said that on Monday. I was like, yo, like here, you can live in that place for 20 years.
And not know
nobody
nobody
Not know
next
your
to you.
neighbor. Your
Not
neighbor
know
right
nobody
there.
next to you.
Literally.
Nothing. Like Dominica is like your
Everybody
neighbor
know
is
you.
your family.
Anybody.
The
They Charlie in your
second-
house watching TV.
the second-
You over there, yes.
Listen, the second time I come to Dominica, the second time I'm in town walking, chilling, walking. Hey, Nicole! I'm like, man, they ain't talking to me because I ain't nobody like that. Nicole, I'm looking around, I was like, oh, hey, it's amazing
Yeah.
how they remember you.
Your neighbor.
Your name, that people remember you. So
You know,
like,
Like, I
you
go in
know
on
what
Friday,
though,
right?
but you know what? I'm just gonna say this, and I'm not defending in any way, shape, or form, but the magnitude of land mass that we're sitting on right now,
Exactly.
in comparison to the size of Dominica and Jamaica,
right,
individualistically,
Yeah.
right?
right,
It benefits you to know who your neighbor is, right?
Right.
Here, you can do it as well, but because America has the mindset of
Mindset.
everything is
The
open
colonized
to you,
America.
Yeah.
you know, and even the people that were colonizers were colonized themselves in the mindset
Right.
of thinking that I cannot talk to my neighbor.
But the native people were very color. So it's not like even
good
the
morning can
the
go along.
land mass. It's
Yo,
really the
a good
it's your,
morning
mentality.
it's
can
your
go along with it.
mindset. It's always, always,
Like
always
a good morning can go
mindset.
along with a good
Exactly.
yes.
Look now, they on TikTok. They arguing if it's emotional labor to tell people hello if they come into the store.
Emotional
They
labor.
call it emotional. I was like, I'm done with
Ridiculous.
it. I was like, you know what? We need to make our own media because
Right.
we can't be listening to that. We
No.
can't relate to that.
If you listen to the narrative, like I said, even with Africa, even with any country that is predominantly black, you're
Once you
always
have
gonna
melanin.
have a negative connotation
we're
because I
so
don't know
cool.
why that is. Because we are cool.
Well,
We're very
see,
cool.
well,
we're
I mean,
resilient.
also-
we're polite.
But if you think about it, though, even just a depiction of the size of Africa in the whole entire world,
Right.
the map itself is a lie because
Yep.
we're looking
Yeah.
at it right now, and Africa
Exactly.
looks so tiny. But
It-
if you,
it's
it's the
huge.
biggest country
It is
in
the biggest country in the world. Yes.
Imagine.
how
And
imagine
insecure you
that.
have to be
Exactly.
to change.
To change the
The-
dynamic
exactly,
of
the
a whole country and a whole
dynamics.
people.
Oh, that's Greenland?
But then,
You see Greenland?
Yes.
but then-
Greenland like that too, but then it's just
Greenland
it's
is
like
so-
Manchester.
But then
Yes.
you're so resourceful and so manipulative and love the propaganda to a different degree to where
You'll
you
twist it all.
spread it as doctrine for everyone to believe it.
Right.
Years beyond when you said, "Oops,
Right,
my
oops,
bad."
bad.
Right.
Mind
Right.
control.
But you still can't undo it.
But here's something that I have got to say about Caribbean people on a whole that is to be celebrated. We take the folk stories and we keep them.
Yes.
Yep.
And we carry them on and we
carry
pass
it
them
on.
on.
Keep passing
right?
them on, yeah.
Back.
We do push back because here's the thing: if you go Africa now, that is you can't keep up with how much information coming from outside
outside
Africa
Africa.
about history, right? Even in regards to the connection with Caribbean and Africa, it would exhaust you,
Right.
Right, because nothing. Remember now. Even the mindset here in the U.S., that's 3 different locations. That's a whole different triad right there. The U.S. itself, the mindset that they have versus the mindset we have,
Versus the
mindset
mindset
the Africans have, right? This has only happened in the last, 200 years?
Yes.
Think about it. That's two grannies, you know.
Yeah, that's two. That's
only
it.
2 grannies.
That's it.
So imagine what was happening prior to that before we were even on their radar.
Right.
So all of that information, all of that knowledge that we have not even been accessible to is right across
Across
the
the water.
water. And
That's
at one
what
point
I
in time,
tell
we couldn't
people.
get there because it would take too long or you were dead getting there.
Right.
Get on a plane,
And get and
buy a plane ticket,
and
Go to South
explore.
Africa.
go to South
To-
Africa.
Look, go to South Africa. Pick some place,
Go
any
to
place.
Ghana.
Just
I've
go.
been to Ghana before.
I
and
have
when
a
I-
client
Northern Africa.
that I just sold.
No.
I just sold their house. She picked up
Let's go.
and she moved to Ghana.
Yeah.
Her and her husband and her children. She was like, "It's time for me to go, Nicole," and because this is something a few of us have been talking. Like we're picking up and we're going and we're gonna come back and visit. But this was not the last stop, and she's gone, and they're building a house now. She called me videos showing me like it is a beautiful thing.
I think
It's
it's
a beautiful
important to
thing.
be brave.
so left
Like-
out.
And like you said,
It's important to be brave.
That bravery that we had to
yes.
manifest, that fearlessness. That's why if you go to Alaska, don't
Right.
you? You see a Caribbean restaurant in
Yes,
there?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
I have a cousin right
And,
now in Alaska.
that's the
I used to live
bravery.
in Alaska.
That's the
Oh my
bravery.
God.
Oh my
Exactly.
goodness, I used to live in Alaska.
Okay.
Don't-
Right. So that's the
ever-
bravery of
Yes.
Caribbean people
Yes.
as a whole,
Right.
period. Not only do we have that type of bravery, we're also very, very innovative set of people, right? And we'll make things work. Like if we have very little, we'll make things work out of very,
Every
very,
mickle
very
make
little.
a muckle.
Yes,
Yes.
every nickel make a muckle.
You
Yes,
see those
right.
statements
That's
that-
true.
Okay, so I didn't want to leave it out. I brought
Okay.
this for
Yes,
you.
because we're about to. Oh, for me.
This is from Creole Collective. It says, "Don't trouble until
Don't trouble.
unless trouble you."
Oh my gosh, this fits my personality all
Yes,
the way.
so-
Don't trouble me.
Right. Because you know how everybody now all of a sudden they're saying wahala and this and whatever. We
Yeah.
have
Feel
so
left
many
out, eh?
sayings.
Yes.
Like just every mickle make a muck. Like
Yeah.
these are the
Yes,
things that I want the
love it.
Creole
Thank
Collective
you
to make
so
mainstream.
much.
I feel left
So
out.
much.
You feel it?
But this
I
is
didn't
the
know you were gonna be here.
I know this is
Next
the
time.
end of Hustle and Vibes. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I am gonna make sure. Tell me where they can catch you at.
They can
Em?
catch me at Coco Lux Culture Fusion. The send off is going to happen in October 25th. Hold on. I don't.
Wait,
hello,
hold
my
on.
guy.
Hello, hi. Hello, hi.
He was trying to give you a soundtrack.
So don't forget, it's all going down Friday, October the 25th. The Coco Lux send-off party is happening here in Lithonia, Georgia. It's going to be at the E2242 South Stone Mountain, Lithonia Road. And it is going to be vibes on 10. Please make sure, I'm saying this right now for her, okay? You support the Creole Collective.
Thank you.
All right, support my G.
you.
Make sure you send on some things in our Kickstart
Thank you.
// right, the Rebel film, and make sure that you support my girl Nicole.
Hustle
the
and
Brooklyn
Vibes.
Beauty.
Brooklyn
Because
Beauty.
you understand, and make sure you support Caribbean Life TV /radio, and make sure you love one another, and that's all I'm have to say.
All right, and
Hey.
go ahead, Jay. Tell them where
So
they
you
can
can
catch you,
find me
honey.
everywhere on socials at Jade the Gemini the THA. Catch me on what happened.
You're a Gemini.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yes, I know. I've
Yes,
heard
yes, yes. Don't-
everything you've
no,
heard is true.
go ahead, go ahead.
So, and you can find me at the Creole Collective and also the Kickstarter / Rebel the Film. Guys, I need you. We need to be on
Yes.
TV. We need our stories
Share,
to be told.
share, you guys.
And pick up your
I'm
copy
Nicole.
of Mirror Mirror.
Yeah, pick up your copy of Mirror Mirror. I'm Nicole, also known as Brooklyn Beauty, and you could catch me on Instagram at Elite All White. You can catch me at Facebook with Brooklyn Beauty. We are out. Thank you so much, and silent squeeze.
So I have to say something.
You have to say something.
Yes, I feel left out.
Oh, hold on a second.
But anyways, so if you're gonna be in Dominica right now, check me out at Independence Gopwell.
Independence Gopwell.
Rise and Wine.
Rise and Wine.
All White Sunset.
White Sunset.
Yep.
You're gonna do Sunset?
Yeah, so I'll be playing there as well. And also Rum Punch Brunch is gonna be at the Prevost Cinema on the 25th. So catch me at those 4 events. Looking at trying to get 2 more. So yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm
And
talking
also-
about. You're gonna be all over
I'll
the
be on
place.
Kyrie during,
Oh, you're gonna be at Kyrie. Oh, did you talk to?
And also right here, each and every Tuesdays with me, it's all about the Rhythm and Hit Show. You know what I'm saying? With yours truly, of course. DJ
Nice,
Salad.
nice.
Yeah.
I want to say big up to the Beast Box Productions, the Booyah Geniuses.
The B1 Jesus.
Obanga Music said big up.
Oh,
Silent.
Banga!
Yes,
That's
Obanga,
my
big up yourself,
You
man.
see that? Look at that.
Yes.
Yes. So,
Baby, don't turn me into a Zeze, okay?
all right. I also want to make sure we shout out the sponsors: Maximum One Elite, Elite Realty Dominica, and Elite Barbers Barbershop. All right, silent. Good night, everybody. Peace, hustle and vibes.
When it's Dominica massive there, there's some Anton in the building, baby. Mr. Nice, Put your Dominica I can never forget where I come from. I can never forget where I come from. I can never forget where I
I like my figure, my color, look.
I can never forget where I come from. I can never forget where I come
No
from.
other place like this, you just can't resist. Dominica, my oh.
No other place like this in the world that exists. I
I'm a Dominican to the bone, tell him.
only go. This is Dominica, we born and grow.
I can never
Forget where I come from. I can never forget where I come from.
I think in Lamo we can go down.
Never forget where I come from. I can never forget where I come from. I can never